Devin Haney sets the record straight about his fight negotiations with Teofimo Lopez, or lack thereof. He said that Teo did not accept the fight between him and Devin, but I don't know how true that is. I don't know what actually happened, who saw what, because Teo also responded and said that he never, got proof that, an offer was even sent in general, but the Haneys did. So it's just a mess. There's a lot of he said, she said moments between Devin and Teo's camp, but ultimately that is a good fight. Like, I've been saying that on this channel for a while. Teo and Devin is a must-see TV fight, because you got to look at it. Teo doesn't really fight on pay-per-view, but ultimately him and Devin is a pay-per-view fight, and it's hard to make a pay-per-view fight these days because you got to make it, worth the squeeze for the fans. All the fans have to get their money's worth, or else it's probably going to flop, or people won't continue to watch those fighters again. So between Devin and Teofimo Lopez, I think they would make a lot of money. They talked about negotiations where Devin would probably make a little bit north of $3 million, which for Devin isn't that much. And I think against Teofimo Lopez, that fight would generate a lot of money, at least in my opinion. But for that reason, I don't blame Devin for not taking that particular offer, because I feel like Devin, you go from Ryan Garcia, you're making multi-millions, upwards of 10, maybe $20 million, and then you go to 3 to fight Teofimo Lopez, which is still a big name. I don't know if that makes sense. I think for Teo, that's almost like undervaluing him as well, but it is what it is. I think that Teo, he's said it in recent interviews that he's trying to be more of a businessman, but I feel like giving Devin Haney like $3 million, a little bit more than that, is kind of like a slap in the face to not only him, but like to you guys as a business. Like for a big fight, I feel like they'd make a lot of money. Honestly, they could get a lot more than $3 million in my opinion. But it's a really good fight just because Devin and Teo, their fathers. I feel like the lead up would be so good. They've had so many good moments where they've gotten in each other's faces, whether it was at a fight or if they just ran across each other's paths. Teo and Devin don't really like each other, and ultimately, that's a big fight where it's easy to pick a winner, but it's not. Like, you think about it one way and you're like, Devin might be able to outbox Teo. Teo will have a difficult time, hunting for Devin, being on the hunt to land his shots on Devin, having to chase Devin, because Teo kind of works better when, the guy's coming forward to him. So it depends on the kind of fight that Devin fights, honestly, because Devin's gonna, Teo's gonna adjust to Devin, but it really does depend on what Devin decides to do. Because if Devin's on the back foot, like, and boxes Teofimo Lopez, I think that's a harder fight for Teo, as opposed to if Devin does what he did against Ryan Garcia, got a little bit emotional and got in his face and had a little bit of a weird game plan. I think that Teo would like that. I think he'd like if Devin came straight at him and made his life a little bit easier, not really having to hunt for his food, Devin coming closer and then Teo just has to counter. I think that's what Teo would like. But if it turns into a firefight, which I don't know if it will, but maybe that's only an anger that can be brought out of Devin Haney by a guy like Ryan Garcia, who they've fought before. He's seen Ryan before in the past, so maybe he was able to touch a nerve that Teo won't be able to do to Devin. But in an actual fight, Teo has power, and I think that Devin's gonna have to be careful, because I always say, like, if you've taken a lot of damage in your last fight, you shouldn't really be so persistent on fighting a big puncher. And not that Teo's a crazy knockout artist, but he definitely has power and athleticism. So I feel like that's a dangerous fight for Devin, just because Teo is so athletic, he's explosive. So it's a dangerous fight for Devin ultimately, but it's a big name, and Devin has made it clear throughout his entire career, or so far at least, that he's willing to get these big names. He's not scared of anybody, and when he says he wants to fight the best, Devin's one of those guys that actually means it. A lot of guys just dance around. They say, I want to fight the best out there, but they're not going out there and making these fights happen. Devin is like, okay, I'll be B-side to Ryan Garcia. Didn't get the outcome he wanted, but that comes along with the territory. And then he found out that, Ryan tested positive, so he was able to kind of justify it in his brain that, hey, I didn't really lose that fight. This guy cheated, and now the rematch is even bigger, and Devin's going to make a lot more money. And as Ryan will as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this. Teo and Devin, I want to see it. I'm sure you guys do. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next Naz Boxing video. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Mandabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.